Hello and welcome to the Better Dimension. In the quest to understand our identity, we often look to our physical selves. But is the body you inhabit truly yours in an unchanging, absolute sense? This philosophical query takes us deep into the heart of the Ship of Theseus paradox, an ancient enigma that challenges our perceptions of continuity and change. By exploring this paradox alongside the nature of the human body, we embark on a thought-provoking journey to explore what truly constitutes our identity. The Ship of Theseus and the human body. The Ship of Theseus, a paradox from ancient times, poses a compelling question. If every part of a ship is replaced over time, is it still the same ship? This paradox finds a curious parallel in the human body. Consider this. The human body undergoes constant cellular turnover, with cells dying and being replaced. Over 7 to 10 years, nearly every cell in our body is replaced. This remarkable process challenges our notion of a fixed, unchanging identity. Just as the planks of the ship are replaced over time, so too are the cells of our body, prompting us to question, are we still the same person? Heraclitus' idea of constant change. The philosophy of Heraclitus, an ancient Greek thinker, is deeply connected with our exploration of identity and change. He famously stated, "You cannot step into the same river twice," highlighting the universe's constant state of flux. This concept also applies to the human body. Just as a river's waters are ever-flowing and ever-changing, so too is the human body in a state of continuous renewal. Every moment, our bodies are in flux, cells dying and new ones being born, challenging the concept of a permanent, unaltered self. This philosophical perspective suggests that change is the only constant in the universe. Applied to the human beings, it implies that our physical selves are not static entities but dynamic, evolving processes. Our bodies, much like the Ship of Theseus, undergo continuous transformation, raising profound questions about the persistence of our identity. If we accept Heraclitus' view, then the notion of having an unchanging physical identity becomes more a matter of perception than reality. Consciousness as a work in progress. The perceived continuity of our consciousness, despite the constant cellular renewal of our bodies, raises profound questions about the nature of our identity. This sense of a continuous self, which we often take for granted, may be more illusionary than real. Philosophically, it's argued that we exist only in the present moment, the now. Every moment adds a new element to our identity, similar to how an artwork keeps changing and developing over time. Consider an artist continuously adding a new brushstroke to a painting. With each stroke, the painting transforms subtly, arguably becoming a completely new piece of art. Similarly, every thought and experience we have is like a new brushstroke on the canvas of our identity. This analogy suggests that our sense of a continuous self is constantly being reshaped, just like the evolving artwork. This viewpoint challenges traditional notions of a static and unchanging self. Instead, it suggests that we are in a constant state of becoming, with each new thought and experience adding to the mosaic of our identity. Just as an artwork grows and changes with each brushstroke, so too does our sense of self with every passing moment. The continuity we perceive in our consciousness might be nothing more than a series of closely connected yet distinct moments of existence. The role of genetic code in identity. Amidst the discussion of our body's constant cellular turnover and the evolving nature of our physical selves, the role of our DNA may stand as a counterpoint. This genetic blueprint, woven into the very fabric of our being, remains relatively constant throughout our lives. It forms a fundamental aspect of our identity, anchoring us to a sense of self that remains throughout the flux of cellular change. Intriguingly, while the cells of our bodies are replaced, the DNA within these cells, the code that carries the story of our ancestry, traits, and predispositions, does not undergo such dramatic transformation. This constancy offers a compelling contrast to the physical and perceptual changes we experience. It suggests that, although the cells of our ship are continually renewed, the blueprint of the ship, the genetic code, navigates us through the waters of change. This perspective brings a nuanced understanding to the Ship of Theseus paradox when applied to the human body. It proposes that while we may physically change, there is a core aspect of our identity, coded in our DNA, that provides a thread of continuity, linking the person we are today with the person we were a decade ago. This exploration of the Ship of Theseus paradox, in the context of the human body and identity, invites us to reflect deeply on the nature of our existence. Understanding the continuous cellular turnover of our bodies alongside the non-static nature of consciousness and the constancy of our genetic code enriches our perspective on what defines us. It seems safe to assume, then, that our identity is bound more to our mind or soul rather than to our ever-changing physical form. This realization opens up a profound understanding of the self, encouraging us to look beyond the physical and explore the deeper aspects of our being. In pondering these philosophical questions, we gain insight into the beautiful complexity of our existence, where change and continuity coexist in a delicate balance, shaping who we are and who we become.
Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Subscribe for more videos from the Better Dimension.